I was sleeping out in the woods trying to get a credit card so I'd have 20 bucks so I can go to the bar and drink. Okay? So I've done it. I've seen it all. I've been at the bottom, wearing the same clothes for 3 weeks. I've been there. So, you know, I'm not. It's not coming. This is not coming from a place of, somebody that doesn't know what's going on. I've been there. I've been at the rock bottom. My life is good now. I want your life to be good. If anybody ever needs any help, I'm there for you, and we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Hello to all you Hvac degenerates. So I know you guys think I might be weird sometimes, and some of you probably think I'm an asshole. But if you pay attention for the next 12 minutes, you might just frickin' learn something. I wasn't going to say the F word because YouTube doesn't like that. Stay tuned. Happy, was it Thursday night? It's late. It's a late night, and these idiots in my neighborhood let their dogs just bark relentlessly and keep me and my family up. And if you heard your dog barking outside your house, wouldn't you go grab your dog and make it come in the house? That's what we do with ours. Ours are downstairs right now in our house, laying on their dog beds. That's what you do late at night if you're a smart person. And I think that common sense has gone out the window. It's not so common anymore. But there's these people in my neighborhood. So these are all 2-acre lots. So we're not close to each other, but your dogs are barking in the whole neighborhood. Everybody can hear it. And maybe I'm just hearing it because I'm up late, whatever. But use some common sense and get your dogs in the house when it's late at night. It's late. It's bedtime. So knock your shit off and put your fucking dogs in the house. So I was thinking about something. You know, I got a really good life, and I kind of lost my train of thought here a second ago because of stupid dogs barking. I love dogs. We have 2 dogs in the house. I love them. I think they're great, but too many people don't take care of them, and they become just a nuisance. You know, they live in a small little development. They put them behind a fence, or they keep them in their house, and they beat I mean, you guys know, being a tradesman, you go into people's house, you can tell when they don't take very good care of their dogs. They leave them in the house during the day, or maybe they put them in a kennel, but when the dogs get left out, they're so restrained, they're so full of rage when they get out, they tear your fucking house up. Everything's destroyed. And I think dogs are awesome, but not everybody should have a dog. They, for one, they're a nuisance to people during the week when they're out trying to work, or they're home. Maybe they work from home, and you leave them in a confined space behind a fence or something. You know what? Don't be a dog owner then. Don't be a dog owner, because all you're doing is being a nuisance. Train your dog not to bark at every last fucking thing that they hear. And I'm guilty of that. One of my dogs does do that. But I have a shock collar for my dog, and she doesn't bark when I put that on her. So it's kind of ridiculous when I go work at somebody's home, and on the other side of the fence is a dog that literally wants to bust the planks down on the fence, bust the wood down, and get to me and try to fucking kill me, and doesn't have any mechanism to keep it from being totally loud, and I can't even hear myself think. Okay? So get your shit together. If you have a dog, take care of it, love it, But do not allow it to terrorize people outside of your little bubble when you go to work or you're gone or whatever. Take care of your dog. Taking care of your dog includes taking care of other people that are around your dog. Okay? Done. So, what I was going to talk about tonight is, man, how beautiful life is, and how amazing it is to have a family, how amazing it is to have an HVAC business, how amazing it is to wake up every day and just see what I can get myself into. And the HVAC industry is awesome. See what I can get into with my family, because my 5-year-old daughter has been a pain in the ass lately. She has not wanted to get up in the morning, does not want to get dressed, and this is probably boring you guys, but it was about 2 hours tonight of fighting her and trying to get her pajamas on and trying to get her to bed. So, we live in a neighborhood. It's a bunch of old people, and sometimes our lawn isn't the best. I can't take care of stuff, but it's I equate my neighborhood that I live in to Del Boca Vista in Seinfeld. I mean, it is. It's a bunch of old people. There is some younger people moving in, but most of my neighborhood is old people. It's 2-acre lots. They lived here probably since the Reagan administration, and they're set in their ways. They come over and say, hey, I need you to water that tree. Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? They're constantly telling us what we should do. And, none of them have any small children that they're raising. And I'll tell you what, man, it's no joke raising a 5-year-old daughter. And I'm a girl dad. I love being a girl dad. My other daughter is 23. She'll be 24 in December. And it's awesome. I'm telling you, I don't even know how I would have a boy. I mean, I'm sure if I did, I would understand it, but I don't. And it's kind of weird because we had a run of girls for well, since my daughter was born, my first daughter was born almost 24 years ago. We didn't have any boys. And then my brother had one, so we'll see how that goes. I think he just turned 1. He's walking, so we'll see how that goes. But I won't bore you with my personal life too much tonight. I just wanted to talk about, just enjoying life. And, my daughter's being a complete pill. And, this is an HVAC channel, but it's also a life channel. It's a life channel. I'm not going to get too crazy and be like old, Mr. Phillips Plumbing, John Phillips, and, forget that the camera's running and give you guys a bunch of extra footage you don't want to see. He'll probably be eating some pizza or something. But it cracks me up. I think I should probably get more views than that guy because his stuff is boring. At least I'm talking about real life here. And if you're a kid in your early 20s, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But if you're in your 40s, I would hope you would. I'm not installing water heaters with CPVC and doing simple crap like he does with CPVC glue and stuff. So I will let you know, I did sell a water heater today. I install water heaters too. HVAC. I have a limited plumbing license in the communist state of Oregon. Allows me to install water heaters with what they call a WHI license, a water heater installer license. And I'll tell you what, the tests they made us take was basically a plumbing license. We talked about stuff and we had questions about things that do not pertain to water heaters. I mean, they wanted me to answer a question: how many pounds of water are in a water heater? Honestly, to install a water heater, do I need to know how many pounds of water are in a 50-gallon water heater? No, I do not need to know that. Just stupid stuff like that. And then, the usual questions that they do in all these state sanctioned tests. If an inspector shows up and he's 3 minutes late, do you punch him in the face? Things like that. It's so fucking stupid that, anyway, they made me run the test twice because I let my license expire, and it was really stupid questions. It was like a 3-hour test. I did it in like 30 minutes and got the fuck out of there, and I told them to fuck off. Don't make me do this again. If you do, I won't be happy. But, yeah, so I don't know what else to say about this, but I'm going to install a water heater. It's going to be a 50-gallon electric water heater that I'm going to do probably next week. I don't know. Things are slow. So that's when these type of jobs start coming in, in the shoulder season, because nobody wants to buy AC now. They'll just wait. They'll wait the next month or whatever, and they'll buy one next year, make their family suffer because they're cheapskates. Or maybe it's because the 454B equipment is so expensive. It's ridiculous out there right now, guys. I'm an optimist. I think things are going to be fine. They're fine for me because I have a nest egg. I work my ass off for a few months out of the year and make my money. But, I know guys are struggling. I can tell they are because all the guys I know here in my area that were really, really excited about things. When I don't get text messages, when I don't get messages from my colleagues and other business owners and my electrician and stuff in my area, I know things are shitty for them. Because when they're rocking and rolling, they're messaging me at least every day, if not every other day. And they're not doing that right now. So I know it's kind of shitty for them. They won't admit it, but hey, it's the way it is. Things are going to work out, guys. Everything's going to be good. Life is good. And, we got to be optimistic regardless of, the sky is falling. I'm not a Chicken Little, like I've said before. Life is good. Enjoy life. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your friends. Enjoy everything that you do in life, because we only get to do this thing once. And, the only reason I'm like this is because I've been at rock bottom 1 billion times. I've been homeless. I've been homeless in a work truck. I lived out in the woods. I've done it all. I've been nothing. I was sleeping out in the woods, trying to get a credit card so I'd have $20 so I can go to the bar and drink. Okay? So I've done it. I've seen it all. I've been at the bottom. Wearing the same clothes for 3 weeks. I've been there. So, I'm not. It's not coming. This is not coming from a place of, somebody that doesn't know what's going on. I've been there. I've been at the rock bottom. My life is good now. I want your life to be good. If anybody ever needs any help, I'm there for you, and we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching.